This girl ripped open a box of raw meat. Immediately afterwards, more than lethal amounts of sleeping pills were hidden in the meat. Finally, she throws the meat in every corner of the house. After all this, Brianna carefully hid behind a wall. Soon, a dark figure emerged from nowhere. She hurriedly withdrew her gaze and held her breath. But at that moment, her brother suddenly walked out barefoot. No matter how Brianna gestures, he does not respond. He walked straight toward the living room. But the next moment, a 2-meter-long tiger came slowly, and Brianna was only a wall away. Soon, the tiger finished its meat and appeared in front of her. The sleeping pills had no effect on the behemoth. Brianna raised her gun before the tiger noticed her and was about to fire, but the next shot was empty and missed the tiger. Brianna had to run and shoot. The angry tiger lunged at her with great speed. In the nick of time, Brianna rushed under the table, but before she had time to react, she saw her brother sitting quietly on the couch, relaxing and watching TV, and it was only a matter of time before the tiger, who was standing on the table, found him. Thinking of this, Brianna dared not delay and quietly climb out and lock the glass door behind you. But just as she was about to drag her brother away, he slapped her in the face while watching TV. The sound of the slap immediately drew the tiger's attention, and it lunged at Brianna again, then stepped directly onto the stove. Seeing this, Brianna hurriedly flipped the switch. While the tiger was in pain, she ran towards the storage room, grabbed an iron, and fiercely smashed it against the wooden board. Just as the tiger was about to enter, in the nick of time, the wooden board was finally broken open. Regardless of the heavy rain, she rushed straight for the window, and at the last second before the tiger pounced, she successfully escaped. After getting into the car, Brianna started the ignition and shifted gears in one swift motion. Now all it took was a press on the gas pedal to flee from this place. But at this moment, she hesitated because her autistic younger brother was still inside. Without her, his death would be certain. Thinking of this, she wiped away her tears, resolutely got out of the car, and returned to the house through the window. She picked up the gun with only one bullet left and half squatted to advance cautiously. Eventually, in a corner, she found her trembling younger brother. It seemed like her brother also realized his mistake and clung tightly to his sister's side. Just then, the tiger suddenly appeared, ferociously pouncing at the brother. Brianna mustered up the courage to burn the torch in her hand towards the tiger. Then, she hastily pulled her brother behind her. She anxiously aimed a shot at the tiger's head, but the tiger was not only unscathed, but became even more furious at the human provocation. The siblings came to the kitchen by the torch in their hands. Brianna opened the fridge and let her brother hide inside first. Then she quickly jumped in as well. Luckily, the newly bought fridge wasn't plugged in. The two huddled inside, waiting for a long time until the next day when they were sure that there was no noise outside. Brianna slowly opened the fridge door. At that moment, the wooden board sealing the front door was also just taken down, and standing there was their stepfather. He had come to collect their bodies. Yet, seeing the siblings safe and sound, the stepfather was sent. He quickly came to his senses and closed the door behind him. He decided to take matters into his own hands. Brianna still harbored a glimmer of hope, pleading with her stepfather to let them go. But her stepfather had already taken out a large insurance policy on the siblings and also told them that their birth mother had died in the same way. As he finished speaking and was about to make his move, the next second, just like that, the stepfather was devoured alive by the tiger. The siblings seized the opportunity to escape. Hand in hand, from that moment on, they relied on each other for survival.